Hey, Max here, and I got a hot topic to talk to you Star Wars fans about, and it's about Solo, a Star Wars story. The official trailer dropped last night, and this is also a combination video about the critics, the reviews that will be coming out, the embargo, social media reactions, and how they're overhyping Solo. And don't fall for it. I know it looks good, except for Han. Does Han look good? That's what you should be asking for. When they are making a Solo Star Wars story movie, it should be about Han Solo. He should be the most exciting thing in the trailer. And was he? No, he's still the least exciting thing. He's not exciting at all. That's the problem. He has no confidence. He can't act. He's boring. Now, the rest of it looks really cool with special effects, but take a stand. Boycott hard, because Star Wars shouldn't be going this way. And you know what? This could have been a good movie. What? Okay, I'm already ranting. I need to get to the disclaimer first. Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max. And an additional warning, because I might spoil the whole movie for you. But maybe the trailer does itself. You know about Hollywood trailers, how they put too much in the trailer? Bantha Poodoo. That's what I say about this is the best Star Wars script ever. It looks nice because Ron Howard. Bantha Poodoo. So, I have to give the disclaimer again, because if I am right, this may spoil this whole movie for you. But don't blame me, because they did it in the trailer. They basically show everything in the trailer. So, and I could be wrong, but based on the way Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy have been doing, they do the lamest things. So I think I'm right. All right. Qi'Ra is Enfy'S nest. I really think so. I'm going to include a poll in this video. Make sure you vote to who you think is the villain in Solo: A Star Wars Story. And let me give you the reasons I think she is first. And then I want to hear your opinions in the comments and in the poll. You know, I always intended on boycotting Solo, but I never thought it would be this easy. The new trailer basically spoils the movie. As if Alden's deadpan performance didn't already spoil it. And Hollywood in their movie trailers giving too much away. The clip where Alden, Nolo Solo, looks visibly depressed is probably his best acting in any of the trailers, so you know it seems like he knows who the villain is. And he doesn't look sad, he looks conflicted. Woody says at the beginning of the trailer, I forget his character's name, Woody says, "Don't trust anyone ever, and you will never be disappointed." Also, the trailer opens with Emilia Clarke's character narrating. Two reasons for this. They don't want you to hear Alden as much as possible. And I think, not to toot my own horn, but I kind of think I was right about them focusing on everyone else except Alden. And it's only going to get worse closer to movie release. And the hype train is definitely with the critics now. Oh, this resets expectations. That's what Campy was saying today. They were so overly positive. Well, especially, I didn't watch all the reactions to the movie trailer, but Campia was super positive about every little thing in the trailer. Now, it does look good, but it is a little bit too much, a little too cheesy for me, his reaction. So, I think they're hyping it up already. They're spinning it, and this is why it's wrong, okay? This is why you should boycott. because they're selling a Solo movie on everyone else except Han. That's it. Bottom line, you shouldn't fall for it because we want Han. If we wanted this movie at all, you should have brought Han. So don't try to do smoke and mirrors and say, look at this, look at this, look at this new alien character, look at all this other stuff, when Han isn't in the movie. And it's called Solo. So that's why, yes, I know it looks better. But take a stand if you want Star Wars to improve in the future. Because one thing for sure, even if the movie is decent, Han isn't in it. And that is on Kathleen Kennedy. That is her fault. They want a movie to recoup the costs of buying Lucasfilm, and they do it for the money, not what's best for the property. Because they absolutely should have delayed this and recast for everyone's benefit. For the fans, for the property, and for Alden. Because if he bombs, his career's not going to go anywhere. He deserved better too, because he was miscast. Watch the trailer. Watch the marketing campaign. They focus on him as little as possible. Han Solo in a Solo Star Wars movie should be front and center. But now let's get back on to my theory. And I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Because think about the lamest thing they could do. And I think that's what this is. And I think that's what they'll do. Basically, that's it. Alright. So, Emilia Clarke narrates at the beginning. I also have come up with this conclusion because, and I wouldn't have come up with this conclusion, but recent news is Lucasfilm and Kathy couldn't keep their mouths quiet about another female character and now female villains. Or maybe it was on the back of the toy box. Did you really need to include that? If it's gonna be this, a female villain, cool. But you're gonna spoil it for everyone? Now that we know it's a villain, you gotta come to certain conclusions. And especially the way the trailer is cut. Now, it could be misdirection, but I just don't see it. The other reason I think they're going this way in the movie, again, the lamest thing they could do is Qi'Ra being the villain, and that's why Han goes solo. Just think about the easiest, simplest thing to explain it is I was betrayed by Qi'Ra. Now I'm solo only. Also, Kathy and her story group loved Ryan. This is the other reason I think this is the way they're going. They loved Ryan because he subverted expectations, while in reality, plot twist for plot twist's sake, they love plot twists and they're lame plot twists. They didn't develop the plot twist in The Last Jedi. They dropped them. So, I think this version of Lucasfilm goes with the lowest common denominator and bland blockbuster movie, typical plot twist. And what would be a blockbuster movie, typical plot twist that's like in every action movie? Oh, she ended up being the villain. His love interest. Rinse and repeat, Hollywood has been doing the same generic plot twist for years in blockbuster movies. And Lucasfilm makes McDisney Star Wars movies now mass-produced junk. So let me know your opinions and comment below. Do you think they will go with this nonsense? I think it's pretty likely. I mean, I'm 50-50, but based on the trailer and based on what we know about Lucasfilm right now and what they're doing, I think this is the way they're going. Also, they also let it slip that Enfy'S Nest is supposed to be signed on for more movies. That's the other reason I think they're going to make her the villain. Because you know Emilia Clarke is looking for a new franchise after Thrones. And they usually want a big name actor or actress for a villain. Especially for multiple movies. So, and I also want to know your opinions on that. What do you think that they were planning? Do you think they're still planning for more Solo movies? And that the fact that they are, what do you think of that? What is your theory on all this? What do you think's going to happen? Maybe you think I'm completely wrong. I would love to hear your theory on Solo. And I'm not going to know for a while if I'm right. Maybe you viewers will tell me before I see the movie, because I am boycotting hard, especially now. Okay. Lost my place a little bit there. And okay, this is what I want to reiterate. I've said this before. But if it looks good to you, remember, this is marketing. And critics, it benefits them to overhype this too. A Solo movie should be about Han. And he should be the most amazing thing in the trailer. Not special effects, not Chewbacca, even though I love some Chewbacca. I love some Lando. It should be about Han. And he is still the least interesting thing in the trailer. And that's not my Han. So I'm going to boycott and celebrate my fandom of the real Han Solo. This is not my Star Wars. Just another reason Kathy should be fired. She got it wrong. So, those are my thoughts. I have some more pictures. Assume everyone will betray you and you will not be disappointed. The next scene in the trailer, very next scene, is showing Qi'Ra. And then this is really what sells it to me. The reason I think in my theory is that it's going to happen. Actually, this is the best acting he did in the trailer, in any of the trailers, is that look on his face. It was genuine. But does he look sad or betrayed? Because based on the beginning of the trailer, she is going to be a bigger character than you realize. And for it to affect him so much that he's going to go solo, Han Solo, it's either that she's going to die or she is going to betray him. Betray him and be that villain? He looks conflicted there. He doesn't look like sad, like she passed away and it's that villain's fault. It looks like maybe she is the villain. Now, there's other possibilities, but they really limited the possibilities by it leaking or whatever, however it got out there that the villain is a woman, that she's female. It really limits the possibilities. It could be Thandie Newton as Val, or it could be this actress Lily Newmark, who there is not a character named by her on IMDb yet. So she is a possibility or an unknown. So 50-50, it's either, to me, it's either Lily or Emilia Clarke's character, Qi'Ra. And I think the lamest thing they could do is Qi'Ra. And when I think about Lucasfilm right now and Kathleen Kennedy, I always go with the lamest. So that's my theory. I want to know yours. You broke my heart, Qi'Ra. From now on, I'm going solo. Best script ever. Very sarcastically, I'm saying that. So, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe this will be amazing. I don't see it. Tell me if you think so. And the critics are starting already. They're overhyping it. Campia says this resets fans' expectations. It looks amazing. It was above Deadpool 2 for him now. Now, it's my opinion. I just don't see that for anybody. But whatever. I can't really say exactly what he's thinking. I just think it benefits all of these guys to promote it as much as possible and to help their pals at Disney. They drank the Disney Kool-Aid. And they keep wanting it. They still want the Disney Kool-Aid. They want to go to all those premieres so they could be first to give their social media reactions. When their review embargo lifts, they'll have their reviews ready and all of that. And I'm not saying they're going to make a horrible movie look great, but they will overhype an average movie. And Solo does not look... It's probably not going to be the worst movie ever. I don't think it's going to be as bad as Last Jedi. But it's not great, and it's because Han's not in it. And now to the viewer, shout out, and Zach Briggs. I really appreciate all your comments. You're a frequent viewer. I appreciate reading all of them. And the reason I included it is talking about the new trailer. I'll admit the most recent trailer looks better than the previous one. However, I'm still weary of it. Yes, I totally feel you, Zach. And I have to say, don't fall for all this junk. Because me too, personally, I'll admit, it looked decent. But every time I look at it, I remind myself, yeah, but where's Han? They shouldn't have done it if they didn't get Han right. If they got it right, it could have been like the Back to the Future. Back to the Future without Michael J. Fox would have been horrible. It's the same situation, and I think Kathleen Kennedy was a producer on Back to the Future, so she should know better, and she got it wrong. So, if you treat something with respect, things don't always go right in life. But how you handle the failures and turn it around, that's what makes great things, including great movies. So, we could have had a great movie, we could have had a great series if they treated respect and stopped worrying about a deadline for money and recast Han. So, those are my thoughts. And I want to remind you, don't be silent now. Rant on, my friends. This is the most important time in Star Wars movie history because Disney's not letting it go. If we don't speak up, they're going to say the fans lost interest and vault it. And our kids, they'll bring it back for our kids and it'll be retro. That's what'll happen if you're silent now. That's why it's so important. And don't listen to anyone that says you're toxic. Because if you care about something and you speak up about it, that's not toxic. That's love. We love Star Wars, and that's why we're so passionate. So don't believe that either. And this is where I also want to remind you, you don't have to follow me anywhere. Patreon stinks, and following is creepy. And I'm not a movie talk cam girl. I don't work for tips. You want to comment? You want a super chat? Just comment below. I'll see you on the next hot topic.